Where are you going?
Zimbabwe.
How are you going to get there?
An airplane.
Okay, why are you going to Zimbabwe?
Because Ryan and Dad were pretending to zip Ryan up and go to Zimbabwe.
Where is Zimbabwe?
American.
No, Africa.
Africa.
Push it away, somebody push it away, 'cause all I wanna hear, oh, is a simple song. Sing along now. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Okay.
Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum.
Episode 8. So we're lagging behind. That's not really intentional. That's very unintentional.
Oh no, we're totally doing it on purpose. We really like running behind and being late and
It's a story of
not
my
on
life.
time.
We have had, like, last week was a pretty decent week, I
Heck
think.
yeah!
Last week at Boy Scouts, Deklan took part of retiring some flags.
Oh yeah.
And that was a first for him, and so of course he had no idea what to do. But I feel like that was a very big moment for him, whether he realizes that or not. A very good learning experience. And I feel like it made your daddy heart happy to see him participating in that and the reverence of that and everything.
Yeah, almost about made me had a heart attack though because some of the boys weren't paying attention and were just kind of throwing flags around, and they weren't throwing them around, but a couple almost hit the ground.
Have our normal just clips throughout the week of playing outside and Ellie being crazy and Audrey being crazy. What are you doing?
We're playing. We're playing monsters. Me done playing monsters.
So Saturday we woke up and Chelsea was like, hey, let's go to Kansas City to your nephew's birthday party. And I was like, I'm still in bed, leave me alone. And she was like, hey, get up, we're leaving. I was like, all right.
And the thing about like the spontaneity of this all
Don't use big words.
is that Kansas City is 3 hours from us. So, and able to make it there on time, we had to like get up and move and get out the door, which we got out the door on time.
Yeah.
It took us 4 hours instead of 3
Yep.
to get to Kansas City
Well, Declan
because
puked.
we made 4 stops.
Yeah. Declan puked. We had to get gas. We had to get lunch.
Oh, so 5 stops, 5.
And kids had to pee.
Yes.
And kids had to pee again.
Of which they don't normally, like we can normally take a trip
Yeah.
and they're fine. Like we maybe have to stop like once. And then the big kids usually they usually just go to sleep. So we don't have to deal with stopping. They did not sleep. Not at all. So, but the kids had fun at the birthday party. Well, the end of the birthday party.
We missed the fun part.
Yeah, it was a kickball party.
Yeah, we missed the whole kickball game.
But we got there in time to sing happy birthday and have cake and play at the playground.
Yeah.
And the kids really liked that and really enjoyed spending time with their cousins, which we don't really get to see a whole lot because they live 3 hours away. And it was a fun day.
Yep.
Very spontaneous fun day. How were you courageous?
So, last week Declan came to me and he said, hey, this hurts right here when I push it. And I thought he was pointing at his hip. And he kept pushing and pushing. And I thought, okay, well, stop pushing your hip bone, you know? And then a couple days later he said, this part that's sticking out hurts real bad when I push it. So I said, all right, let me see. And he moved the waist of his pajamas and he had a lump right at the top of his, where his stomach meets his hip. And I thought, oh man, that looks like a hernia. So we got him a doctor's appointment. Turns out it was just, it was an infection in his lymph nodes. And so he got some antibiotics. So after work, I went to the store to pick him up, no problem, was getting ready to get back in the Jeep. And this woman was walking down in front of the store and just tripped and fell. Or I don't know how she fell. She might not have tripped, but she just fell. And right as I was getting ready to get in the Jeep, I looked over and I saw her, you know, kind of laying there. And most people would be like, well, yeah, you should have went and helped her. So I stood there for a second. I was like, should I help her? Is she fine? Is she gonna get up? And so I put the medicine on the dash of the Jeep and I walked over to her and I said, are you okay? And she said, I think so. My arm hurts pretty bad. And so I helped her get up and gather her things up. And I said, are you sure you're okay? And she said, yeah, I'll be fine. And she walked off. And so that might not seem like a courageous act, or it might sound like I'm kind of tooting my own horn, but I generally don't do that.
Hey, I'm proud of you though.
Thanks.
I am.
How are you courageous this week?
So a little bit about me. I am a codependent, which I want to fix people's problems. I'm a people pleaser. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, which means that my feelings suffer because of that, because I put other people's needs in front of mine before I take care of myself. So when we were when I woke up Saturday morning, I was like, oh, we don't really have any plans today. We should go to Kansas City. And so I nudged him awake, about like that. And I said, hey, let's go to Kansas City today. He's like, no. Tell me, like, give me a good reason why. And so I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't need his permission to go to Kansas City. Like, I can, like, I don't need him to say yes.
Side note, I don't control her. She can do whatever she wants.
It's just my thoughts inside my head. And so I was thinking about all this, and I was like, well, I just don't want to pack up by myself or with all the kids and go to Kansas City without him, because what fun would that be, because it's not a family day. For me, saying, hey, let's do this, and pushing, let's do this, without saying no or without really, like, asking as such. Like, I was like, hey, we are going to do this. Please come along with me. Because usually it's, like, his ideas. Like, that's just, he is the spontaneous one, not me. So it's just, like, for me saying, hey, let's do this, was me being courageous and stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm going to be courageous right now in front of all you.
Dare you.
We
Dare you.
are
Go ahead.
going to be starting a business in a few months. So I'm going to put it out there now.
When?
So that I don't have a definite date.
What business?
We are going into the photography business.
Why?
Because I feel like that's where God is calling us.
Nice. What kind of photography?
Birth photography in the first 48 hours. And then we are going to do a package, like, from birth through the first year. And that's all that we're going to be doing. Once again, I don't know when we're going to actually be launching this, and it'll be Courageous Life Photography. But I'm excited about it. We're planning, we're, like, everything.
We're getting
that we
things
need.
going, getting some things ready, got some things in the works.
That's our big announcement. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Also, for those of you who are thinking we were going to announce we're pregnant again,
Nope.
joke's on you.
Nope. No more babies.
Not going to happen.
Not unless
we're done.
God has other plans and
That's
gives
true.
us another one. But other than that, we are done.
Yeah, we're done.
I think that about wraps it up for this week's video.
Be bold. Be brave.
Be courageous.
Blooper away. Bloopity-doop. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
What are you doing?
Nice to see you again. I've been waiting.
Gonna have to definitely cut that out.
So you need to go ahead and cut that out.
Fine.
Do it.
Please act normal.
Do it now. You're a doo-doo face.
Flop doodle.